Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski, and today we'll be talking about high school wrestling, this week's 3 to See, and the live stream schedule. It's all yours, and it's all now. Joining us now, Jason Zaleski, our sports expert. Welcome to the show. So Jason, we had a 4-school meet last week for wrestling over in Stratford. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, well, it was a fun time over in Stratford. 4 schools got together, some of the best wrestling schools in the entire state. Holman, Luxembourg, Casco, Anago, and of course the home Stratford Tigers. Tigers ranked number 1 in Division III, Rachel. That means they're the best team in the state. Yeah, I know. Think about that, amazing. Right? And they were the host school, and turns out we've got some highlights, so let's go.
Let's roll them.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. UW-Stevens Point, now with campuses in Marshfield and Wausau. UW-Stevens Point, a new chapter in education. The number 1 ranked Stratford Tigers hit the mat last Friday. Stratford and Luxembourg Casco, 145 pounds, and Stratford's Mav Licardi gets the pin with just 6 seconds left on the 3rd period clock. Tigers up 12-0 early. 152 pounds, Derek Martin in the 3rd period looking for points, down 4-1, and can't find any. Nathan Ronsman takes the match 4-1. 170 pounds, Stratford up 12-6, and it's Hunter Ford going the distance against Warwichek. And Warwichek picks up the win, 15-4. 195 pounds, and it's Stratford's Trevor Denny with the 2nd period pin, and his 6 points puts the Tigers in a commanding 24-10 match lead. Next up, 220 pounds, and we see Trevor Steiner outlast his opponent in a grueling match. Steiner keeps the 10-9 lead as the final buzzer sounds and gets the decision. It's the state Division III 285-pound number 1 ranked Dylan Shaner going up against Kyle Kroll. It was a full 3 periods to decide this one in a decisive 7-1 for Shaner. Next up for Stratford, it's the Holman Vikings, and we see Kalen Jan and Hunter Ford tangle at 170 pounds. Jan gets the 3rd period pin. Stratford still up 15-6 overall. 285 pounds and Dylan Shaner taking on the Vikings just fires. Like the last time we saw Shaner, it's a 3rd period decision and a 3rd period win, up and wins 3-2. 113 pounds, Gavin Drexler takes down Sam Smith in the 3rd with 30 seconds left for the pin. Tigers up 30-21. Finally, at 120 pounds, we see Manny Drexler get the decision over Alex Pulowski with a commanding 8-0 score. Let's go now to our wrestler of the match, Dylan Shaner. They went up against Kroll from Luxembourg. To begin with, just talk about that match, what you knew about him coming in.
I knew he wasn't going to do much. He was wrestling not to get pinned because they didn't need bonus points and we did. So it had to be all my offense, and I had to work against that. So it was hard when you're going all offense and he's just doing all defense. It's a lot more tiring when you're on the offense, and it's easier for him when he's defensive.
And Fires, big dude. He was a handful out there. He gave you a run for your money all the way to the finish. What was the strategy coming in against him?
Work angles. I'm a smaller heavyweight, so I got to work more angles and stuff like that to break them down and take them down. So I just got to find those opportunities when they're there and take them.
And the number 1 wrestler in the state right now, you got a few matches left though this year. What's the goal, and what do you need to work on to get your goals for the rest of the season?
Conditioning's probably one thing. A lot of other ones are finding those angles and making those angles present themselves.
Thank you for watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. UW-Stevens Point, now with campuses in Wausau and Marshfield. UW-Stevens Point, a new chapter in education. You are watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House!
I'm in the house. Go Tigers.
All right, Rachel, another week of high school sports are in the books, and that means it's another week for 3 to See. We picked the best plays. We scoured the entire state of Wisconsin, finding the best plays that we had over the last week, and we found 4 that we think are pretty good. Give everybody the weekend and a couple days to vote on them. And so here is this week's 3 to See.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to See. Number 3 is Isaac Wellens.
Hockey in Marshfield on Saturday night, and Isaac Wellens provides the game winner in overtime. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Hey, Isaac.
Number 2 is Austin Bacon.
In Spencer, it's Austin Bacon with the ball. Tie game. Under the basket and gets the shot up. 0's on the clock. The Rockets have won 3 of their last 4. Give Austin the heart vote.
Number 1 is me, Bella Opel.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to See. Auburndale Holiday Classic and Neillsville's Bella Opel hits the half-court shot at the buzzer. Neillsville wins the tournament, and you can give Bella the thumbs up for the win.
Thanks for watching the Zaleski Sports Show.
All live streams can be found at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Click Live Sports. We can also have highlights and live stream coverage of basketball, hockey, and wrestling this week.
Yeah, looks like a pretty good week.
So what few should people be looking for this week, Jason?
Yeah, so you're talking about live streams, and the live streams, I think, of course, I always tell you, watch them all. And there's no reason not to. Get your computer, get your kid's computer, take somebody's phone, steal an iPad, I don't know.
No.
But find a bunch of devices, line them all up, and watch all these on the same night. I mean, there's 2, 3, multiple streams every night, and a lot of good ones to pick from. I say pick them all and watch them all. If you've only got time for one, let's say Friday night, Rachel, maybe people are going to go out and do some stuff, but I got time to watch some of the best sports and watch these student athletes all over the state of Wisconsin. So the 2 that are on Friday night, it's a doubleheader, and it's Marshfield Spash over in Stevens Point, a boys-girls basketball doubleheader. And then another basketball header is Stratford and Abbotsford, another boys-girls doubleheader. So it's doubleheader, and 4 basketball games all on Friday night. Those would be the ones I would watch.
And if you're coming to the game, thank you so much for coming. I did hear a couple of the high school kids, maybe even young adults, so curious to find out about what Jason was going to be saying on the court with the coach during an interview. So they should be tuning in to watch.
Yeah, just pick up your phone. You're sitting there in the bleachers, and I go down on the court to interview the coach. Just find out what I'm saying. Just watch it right on your phone right there, too. Tell your friends, too.
That easy. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm Rachel. This is Jason. Make sure to find us on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show, or you can go ahead and find us on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Go Sports.